All right, diving into something a little different today. Proverbs 31. I know it's been talked about, analyzed, maybe even overanalyzed. But honestly, I think there's always something new to discover. And this time, we're kind of taking inspiration from you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, a snippet from a Bible study discussion. Someone sent it in, and the question's there. Super relatable.
I can imagine. It can be kind of intimidating.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going deep. Beyond the surface level stuff, to see what Proverbs 31, this ancient wisdom, has to say to us, like right now, today.
That's what we're here for, right?
Exactly.
You know, it's interesting how often people see Proverbs 31 just through this lens of the virtuous woman.
Yeah, the perfect woman, right? The one we can never actually live up to.
That's the thing, though. It's more than that. So much more. It actually holds these, incredible insights that can apply to all of us, no matter who we are.
I'm seeing that already, yeah. Especially with, what Sarah was saying in the Bible study discussion. Is it an impossible standard? Or is there something deeper? I think so many of us can relate to feeling that way.
Totally, yeah. Where do we even start with this whole virtuous woman idea?
Exactly. Where do we start?
Well, I thought it was really insightful what Pastor Mike said in your source material. He pointed out that it's not meant to be a checklist, you know?
Thank goodness for that.
Right. It's more like a poetic ideal, highlighting those really important, godly virtues.
Okay, what kind of virtues are we talking about here?
Well, wisdom and diligence, for example, those qualities they just go way beyond any kind of specific gender role. They hold value for everyone, really.
That makes so much more sense. It's so easy to get caught up in the checking things off the list. But this is about who we are, cultivating those inner qualities.
Exactly. And to that point, I thought James's observation about hard work, integrity, and generosity being universally valuable was spot on.
Totally. It's those aren't just good wife traits, they're just good human traits.
Yeah, they're fundamental character traits about who we are at our core, not just, the roles we play.
Okay, so we're not looking at a checklist.
Yeah.
What are we looking at then? What specifics about this Proverbs 31 woman, about her character, make her so compelling?
Well, one thing that really stands out to me is her entrepreneurial spirit. It says, she considers a field and buys it. Out of her earnings, she plants a vineyard.
Wow, she's a go-getter.
Right. I mean, this woman is a savvy investor. She sees an opportunity and she goes for it.
Yeah, and not just on a whim, right? She's considering things, making plans, managing her finances.
Absolutely. Those are qualities that any entrepreneur today would admire. She's thinking long term. She's got that vision.
Okay, but she's not all business either, right? It also says she opens her arms to the poor and extends her hands to the needy.
Absolutely. This isn't just about, getting ahead for herself. She's demonstrating this incredible generosity, this outward focus.
It's success isn't just about personal gain. It's about using your resources to actually make a difference in the world.
Exactly. And what's even more impressive is how she balances all of that with her inner life. It's not just about being busy, it's about being wise.
Running a business, caring for her family, serving her community. Yeah, she's doing a lot.
She is. But she does it all with intention, with a clear sense of purpose.
Which, kind of brings us back to Sarah's question. How do we balance it all? Between work, family, friends, everything else life throws at us, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by all the expectations.
It really is. And that's where verse 30 comes in, I think. This one is so powerful. Charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised.
Okay, break that down for me a little. What does it mean to fear the Lord? How does that apply to us today?
Well, I think at its core, it's about recognizing that there's something bigger than ourselves. It's about prioritizing our relationship with God, or however we understand that higher power. That sense of purpose can help us navigate all the chaos of life.
So it's like having that inner compass, right?
Yeah.
Guiding our decisions, our actions.
Exactly. It helps us prioritize what really matters, even when things get crazy busy.
That's something we could all use a little more of for sure. But it's also important to remember that Proverbs 31 isn't just about individual actions. It's about relationships too.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, James even pointed that out, right? How her husband praises her, saying, Many women do noble things, but you surpass them all.
It shows that the people around her, they see her value. They see her efforts.
And they appreciate them. That mutual respect and encouragement, that's crucial in any kind of healthy relationship.
So true. Whether it's romantic, with friends, family, colleagues, whatever, it's about valuing each other, supporting each other. Okay, so how do we take all this wisdom and actually apply it to our own lives?
Well, I loved Pastor Mike's advice. He said to, pick what resonates with you personally.
That's like, personalize it. What speaks to you?
Exactly. Don't try to do everything at once.
Don't try to be the perfect Proverbs 31 woman overnight.
Right. It's about taking the pressure off and focusing on where we feel called to grow. Ask yourself, what aspects of her character do I admire? Where could I be more diligent, more generous?
I love that. It's about those small steps, those daily choices, progress over perfection, right?
Absolutely. And the beautiful thing is, this ancient wisdom isn't limited to any specific time or culture. It's about that spirit of growth, of intentionality, no matter who you are or what you believe.
So Proverbs 31, it's not about rigid rules, it's about a way of life. It's about aligning our actions with our values.
And I think it challenges us to think about what a modern day Proverbs 31 would look like. If it were written today, what would it say?
That's such a thought-provoking question, and it shows just how timeless these principles really are.
And on that note, I think we'll leave you to ponder that for yourselves.
Keep exploring, keep reflecting, and make this wisdom your own. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.